In this quick video guide, we're going to see a new tool in Epic Games. So this is the Epic Games launcher where you can get it. It's called Reality Capture, and it's basically used to create 3D models out of simple photos or pictures or images. So to do this, first of all, we need to have Epic Games Launcher, of course, and if you don't know how to get it, you can check other video guides in the channel. Then we're gonna go in the Unreal Engine section, and this is where you'll find also Twinmotion, which is another open source, well, not open source, but free tool that you can use, like also Unreal Engine, and also Reality Capture is free, so you can install it from here, and it's quick, it's simple, and it's free until you reach like a certain amount of incomes, like 1 million. So I'm just proceeding here with the installation. It's really easy, don't need to explain that. So just install. Once it's ready, you can just launch it from here, or you have the desktop icon, and there it is. This is the software. So it really took a few minutes to install it. And here in the page, you can also check other information. So this is not in English right now. Probably you're gonna have it in your own language. It's quickly explaining what photogrammetry is, which means, again, taking a series of photos or scanning using different devices, and then take this data, bring it into Reality Capture, and create a 3D model out of that. And these are also some screenshots. So you can see you can create big objects, you can create small objects, you can create essentially anything that you can take pictures of. And all those little things, or those are camera shots that have been taken to generate that model. Now, fortunately, we also have some samples at the bottom here. You can click on the download samples, and that's going to bring you in the browser. Yeah, so you can follow the link also there in the address. And these are many samples that some of these are really big, because these are really high quality 3D models already. Otherwise, you can just get the images and you can try the process. And that's what I want to show you in this video. I want to show you the whole process, but the simplest way we can do it. So I'm gonna get like the simplest and lightest of these samples, which is this one here. In my belief, it's the small relief set of images. So it's a zip file that is going to be downloaded in the download folder. So you just need to extract that zip file. So in my case, I just do right click and extract with the mouse and extract. Also, I downloaded two just to show you a couple of differences. So if I double click on the unzipped folder, and this other one, this is like the gingerbread character. So you can see that this has a lot of images. You can also take inspiration from these samples and create your own. Just follow up and try to do more or less the same thing that the people have been done here with this sample. Now the bas relief contains less images because you, it's only one side. You don't need to go all around. It's only one face of the object. So this is simpler also because of this, and it contains just a few images. And so let's see what this can be done, what this can do in Reality Capture with so few images. So I'm gonna close here these other windows. I'm gonna go inside Reality Capture. I'm gonna expand this. Now you also have like the get started wizard here. You have a start guide, so you can follow all the instructions. You can import also here a small sample data set. So you can do it from here. You can follow some guides, some tutorials, some other instructions, or you can just go for step by step, which is the thing I want to do. And so you can continue here or not. Just follow here all the advices and tips and things that you find. So otherwise, on the by the way, you can also import laser scans, videos as inputs, and also aerial data, which I believe is from drones or something like that. So you can see up here there are some wizards, and then you have add imagery. You can select the single images or the folder. So you either start with a wizard, and you see it's always going to start by adding images, or you can just click in the one section add imagery and follow with the workflow. So you have step one is add imagery from those two and just wait for the images to be loaded. Then you can add extra data if you want. And then 2 is going to be the process. So we're going to generate the 3D model. And then 3 is going to be the output when we're going to export it. And again, you have other extra things here for, adjusting and working with the mesh, managing the photos, the mesh, the view, the various tools in the application, etc., etc. We're not going to go into this. We're going to skip that. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3. So 1, add imagery. Once you add the imagery, go to step 2 and click on start, and that's going to process the images that you uploaded using, again, the single images or the entire folder. And so now we just need to wait for the 3D model to be generated. Otherwise, we can abort, we can pause, we can minimize. There you go. Now we start to see something. All those little dots, that's point cloud being generated from the data gathered by the photos, by the shots of the camera and the photos that we uploaded. So just leave it, and it's going to be ready in a few minutes. And there you go. So you can see this is a 3D object. So we can move around using the left mouse. We can orbit, right mouse button, we can zoom, and we can also scroll the scroll wheel to zoom. We can look this from different angles. We can look into details. It doesn't contain too many details because we have so few images, but it looks great if you want to use it like in a video game or in a 3D scene. It's already outstanding. And here in the view, we can also change. We can use parallel. We can use the various sides to inspect the 3D model a little bit more. But I think it looks great, and it will work in a 3D application. So I'm going to leave this, but you can still play around in here. I'm going to go in the third and final step, which is going to be the export. And here you can choose different formats. So I guess I'm going to go with some popular format. If we go down here, we have like OBJ, which is readable by basically any 3D software. Otherwise, if we click here again, we have a list of options. So you have pretty popular like Maya or, like GLB or GLTF are pretty popular, and you can use it anywhere. And then you have like STL for if you want to print it. And then you have, again, OBJ for Cinema 4D, 3ds Max, etc., etc. We're going to use Blender, so I'm going to use GLB. I know that it's going to work in Blender, but you also have CAD, AutoCAD, and so on. So I'm going to choose a folder here, create a folder, and give it a name. And if you're interested in those 3D software, you can find them in the channel if you want. So I'm going to call this test01. I'm going to use GLB, and I'm going to export it into Blender. So here in the export options, make sure you have the 3D model. You can also change some of these options, but the most important thing I want to do is add the texture. So go in the export options for the texture, say yes, and then export. Now all you need to do is just wait. And now let's go into Blender and start with a sample file here. I'm going to delete the cube. I'm going to go into File and import directly the GLB. So I'm going to go here, look for the GLB format. If you don't have it, check the plugins. Perhaps the plugin is not activated, but usually it is in these latest versions. And then navigate into the folder where you store the exported GLB. In my case is the reality capture folder, and there you go. That's the file. Import, and again, just wait a few seconds. If you're having problem with this, you can check Blender video course or the Blender video guys in the channel. Now, let's rotate this 90 degrees around the X. Hold Control to rotate it more precise, and we can definitely see the 3D object here. You can see it doesn't contain, extreme detailing, but it's fine. And then third sphere on the top right, you see the texture, and with the texture, it looks really great for, again, a video game or a scene that is not too high poly. I think it's really, really great. So this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to stay updated. If you want to support us, please join the channel as a supporter and also write in the comments so perhaps we can create more videos about this, more tutorials. So please support us joining the channel, and thanks again for watching this. See you in the next video guide about photogrammetry or similar topics.